Hi everyone, it's Nick from the Run Testers. Today I'm going to be talking about two of the very best running shoes on the market right now, the Nike Vaporfly 4% and its successor, the Nike Vaporfly NEXT%. Now the reason we're still talking about both, given that this is an older shoe, is that both are still available and the 4% is a little bit cheaper than the NEXT% at kind of around $210 compared to £240, and you can actually even find this in sales occasionally. So even though this is a newer shoe and there has been some updates, which we're going to talk about, I think the actual performance of them when it comes to racing is reasonably similar. So there is a case for just going with the 4%. The changes that have been made between the shoes, the NEXT% has got a lower heel to toe offset of 8mm compared to 11mm here. And that combined with kind of a little bit more rubber, or kind of slightly deeper rubber on the outsole, means that this is a better performer in the wet. And when you're going around steep corners, it's got a little bit more grip, a bit more traction. The other thing about that extra rubber on the sole is I think it'll probably make it a more durable shoe. And given that the Vaporfly has always been criticised for only lasting kind of 200, 300k, there's a case saying if you pay the extra 30 quid, you might end up with a shoe that lasts maybe 100 more K. I have to say those durability concerns are a little bit overstated. I've used the Vaporfly 4% for one of my old pairs for about 500 miles, I think, quite easily. And although it's lost a bit of its spring, it's certainly not like a dud of a shoe. It's still a quick shoe for training. The other changes you'll see on this is this has got this paper thin vapor weave upper, which is more comfortable than the Flyknit in my opinion. And these offset laces also make this more comfortable. It means you can really get that lockdown fit for racing without kind of hitting the top of your foot too hard. So that's one thing I do prefer quite a lot on the new shoe. And this new upper also retains less water. So another reason why this might be a better performer in the rain, along with that extra traction, is that the upper's not going to absorb water like the Flyknit did a little bit. I've raced with both in the rain. This is definitely better. I do think the traction on this makes a difference. I did a 10k where there was 6 like dead turns, and the extra rubber made it you can attack those turns a little bit harder in the NEXT% compared to the 4%, which is slightly skittish when it comes to really sharp turns. However, like in the dry, on a normal kind of, or even just on your normal marathon courses where they don't really put in a lot of turns deliberately, I don't think there's going to be a huge difference when it comes to performance. So when it comes to choosing between them, I'd say the only reason really to pay the extra money and get the NEXT% is that potential for a bit more durability, which means you might get that 30 quid back in the long run anyway, because the shoe lasts for longer. The only other thing to say about them is they're both brilliant. I've set PBs in both. There's obviously a slight issue out there about whether these shoes should even be allowed. They're that good, but next year there's going to be a whole load of other brands releasing shoes with carbon plates and designed for kind of these long distance racing. I think that's just the way it's going to go, and right now Nike are streets ahead, so it's a case of whether anyone can catch up with them. That's it for now. I'd say right now both shoes are great. Don't be discouraged from buying either, especially if you find a really good deal on the 4%. But there is a case to saying that NEXT% might last a little bit longer. All right, thanks. Like and subscribe.